With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you live at a charge for the little Hrt2Heart Racing Truck Series, presented by Tillery.com, Buchanan Resort, and all of our fine friends over at the Hrt2Heart Racing Series, CNL Carpets as well. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to see what these drivers can do tonight as they take on the Autoclub, the wonderful, wonderful version of Autoclub that you would see out there. Fontana on tap tonight. Mr. Churchy, how are you doing today?
Good, Jason. Gonna go Autoclub racing in California.
Little West Coast swing is a good thing, I think, for the most part. I like this racetrack. It's just insane. Restream doesn't know English. Of course it doesn't. Did it do a weird thing and do something to you? I don't know. It happens. All right, let's go over the race information today. It's going to look as such. We're going to run 120 laps here for the drivers. 4 tire changes, 1 fast repair. 78 degrees on the track temperature. I'm sorry, 77 degrees on the track temperature, 78 degrees on the air temperature. The 2-mile length track out of Fontana, California has 45% humidity and partly cloudy skies, 2-mile-an-hour wind. Pretty standard for an iRacing race. Thanks for everybody watching out there. Thank you, Penguin. Much love to everybody out there. I hope everybody's having a good night. It is an iRacing stream. Earlier, I was live earlier. I was playing a little Satisfactory, and somebody said Satisfactory wasn't esports. Well, gaming is esports regardless of how you look at it. So I'm going to tell you this. If I'm out there and I'm gaming, you're more than welcome to join me if I go on live stream, because that's what it's all about. It's about community. It's about our community and bringing it together. I can't be an esports organization if I don't grow it from the ground up, even by myself. You know what I mean? Bobby Joe, I don't see him on the list, but he is out there. I know he's in Discord, and I know he's ready to get back racing. I know he's going to be back Wednesday for sure, so we appreciate it. Normally we'd be live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We're only live on YouTube and Twitch. Facebook, we have to do some getting my account back because somebody got my password somehow, some way, some form, some fashion. Did some things, locked us out. So I've submitted that. I did that earlier, about half an hour ago, whenever I found out I couldn't get into my Facebook page. So I do apologize to the drivers and to the family that normally would watch on Facebook, but YouTube's pretty good for the Saturday nights. That's what everybody normally watches. So I appreciate everybody doing it. I appreciate Twitch being pretty strong tonight as well, because, Twitch is there, we like it. Lazy Saturday, that's a good thing. Dang it, Bobby. Montana track facts. What's the church have as far as track facts today?
Track facts. Roger Penske built this track back in I want to say 95 or 96, somewhere around there.
The big dang old racetrack, that's for sure. Good.
I believe they sold it again, 500 and some million, to turn it into a high bank short track. So we'll see what happens there.
I'm gonna miss this track. I am definitely gonna miss this track as it is. I like the five lanes of travel. I like the way this track works, and it's an incredible track. So that's just kind of how it works, Dudley did get the win this past week at Homestead, Miami, so he's going to get the OL today. So he'll be, regardless of where he qualifies, he'll be the driver that gets the OL. And we're going to look at it. It's going to be fun. Starting grid, it's going to be Scott Cassidy. It's going to have Bobby Lane Jr. to his outside. Actually, there he is, Bobby Joe in the 02. He did show up. There he is. It wasn't showing up on my relative. So there he is. He's outside pole sitter tonight. So Bobby Joe in the 02 is going to be there, row 1 outside. What a way to come back. That's for darn sure. Brad Dove, Chris Roberge going to make it row number 2. Row 3 will be Jerry Culver, Dan Cullison. Dudley is going to have Mr. Robinson there to his outside. In row number 4, of course, Dudley is going to get the OL at the beginning when they start to get out there and grid. or whenever they leave pit road. Then we're going to have BJ Lane, Mr. Bones, Betty Jones, and Ryan Wendt. It's going to be through row number 6.
Michael Eden, 13th. Greg Lankland, 14th. Joe Flack, 15th. Bud Light Mike, 16th. James Borden, 17th. William Martin, 18th. And Steve Harrison.
It'll be the final drive there, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was out there practicing with him a little bit about an hour ago, just messing around, and it sounded like Bobby Joe just got back and jumped on here. So good to see him.
Well, I think that's one of the biggest cause for incidents here is that you get to see a ton of drivers give the go ahead to say, "Hey, Bobby Joe, welcome back," that kind of thing. Because Bobby Joe is like the biggest celebrity we have now on our platform, and that's thanks to Jess, of course. But we like to see people have fans and root, and that's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, for sure. Bobby Joe's a good old guy. Just down home, down home type of guy. And yeah, when he was gone, everybody was looking out of his back. I think he's
always has a chance to win anytime he wants to. I think he's got longer in race pace at this racetrack. It's going to be a ton of fun. Auto Club, Seattle Carpets, the start coming up. A lot of racing, a lot of driving. Waiting for everybody to get themselves situated. And they're going to be ready. How about it? Pitter patter, let's get at her. Green flag from the restart zone. They're gone. 120 laps.
Yeah, Scott Kazner with the early jump there. He's going to take over first. Bobby Lane should pop in. But you got Brad Dove on the inside.
I like Dove's new paint scheme. He said to take a look at that paint at that truck, and that's what we're going to do. 02 has the 25 there.
Whoa, Dove.
Caution will come out here. Dove got taken care of. They do have a fast repair. Mr. Dudley had some issues here as well. We'll see how the caution comes out. Here's what happened here. This was end of the start. A lot of things moving right here. Trying to see where Dove went. Dove was back here. That's when the caution came out. Bobby Joe's just a little bit sideways here. Let's take a look. This is when they got into each other, and then it is what it is. That's where the caution comes out. Things happen. And apologies were made, and everybody's good to go. Let's get back to it and get around this racetrack.
Yeah, it's real early.
First caution of the race is there. Folks, I'm going to mute myself. I got something to tell the drivers. Be right back. All right. Dove tried to take out Bobby Joe in the first. No. Folks, I'm going to tell you this about iRacing. This was a question that was just asked. If you are laying back to try to get a run on drivers, in iRacing. Shame on you. Shame on you. Tighten the restart up. Make it good fun racing. And most leagues have that as a rule where you can't lay back. You want to tighten the restarts up, and you want to make sure that it's going to be good. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Don't do that to yourselves. Don't do that to the drivers. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. All right, Doug's going to be the tail end of the field. I think his truck was fine. He didn't really have any that big of a deal. I don't think he had any issues other than maybe tires. We'll see how that works. You tell me, what do you think, Church? Should people be laying back on the restart? I think it bottles things up even worse.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, people do it to be able to get that jump. But yeah, it just causes more problems by people just laying back. It hurts the guys behind the guy that's holding back. So yeah, I don't think they should do
Meet some delicious stroganoff. And apparently our internet's doing some weird things right now.
Yeah, it looks like 14 is still going to be your leader. Bobby Joe is going to be running second. Looks like Chris Roberge be third, followed by who is next? Gary Culver.
Mr. Culver. Just rolling chain smoking out there. I appreciate you. If you're out there watching and you see a little bit of skipping, it's catching up. So I do apologize to that. We do. Our internet just kind of went kerfuffle for a second there. Lost a few frames. I did restart the computer before, but we do have some storms going on right now too. We have electrical storm in the area that's been insane. The storm last night, we had lightning streaking across the sky. It's yeah, that's what I was just saying, babe. All right. First caution's out of the way. We can go green to the end. That does that. We're going to see about 45 laps on fuel for the 2-miler. That's about as max as what we've seen, but most of the time we'll see drivers coming about 40 to 42. If you split it for 2 pit stops, it's going to be great to see. You do lose a lot of ground on the starts and restarts of this race. Green flag back at it here as the drivers go. Cazenave has the 0-2. Cazenave, watch Roberge early going on the inside. Cazenave didn't have the restart there. Bobby Joe out front.
Bobby Joe had a really good start on that outside, but here comes Chris.
Outside lane, draft zone's going to be important here. Tires, you're going to be able to feel like you're going to be able to run quite profusely. Thank you, Budgie. Much love.
14 with a little bit of a shove to the 0-2. That outside line.
Bobby Joe a little bit free. Ooh, baby. Go ahead.
I was just saying, Chris is holding that bottom line pretty good. He's keeping a little bit of nose, and then Scott comes up behind Bobby Joe again, gives him another shove. Back to the front. Pretty good race.
All right. Roberge to the bottom. Side draft for the 0-2. This track is going to be all about managing that new track smell. That's what I'm talking about. When it comes to this new track model and this new truck model that is out here, the draft is important, but so is the side draft. Side draft is going to be absolutely everything to these trucks. Roberge clears Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe a little free up on the high side. We'll see BJ Lane up 4 already. Biggest mover of the race right now. It's just Ryan Wendt in that number 40 truck. He's going places. Little goldfish action for him. We got a truck we got a car coming for him next Wednesday. Sorry, not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. Jess and I are going to make it. I've got all the images for it. So he's going to be driving a fried chicken car.
Fried chicken car. I don't know what it is about Ryan and all them food paint schemes. But I know I've seen Butterfinger out there. I've seen Goldfish. I've seen, who else? Who else knows? But yeah, it's good to see him out there and doing well. Let's see if he can hold it off the rest of the race.
Fastest lap of the race, 40.41. Dudley just ran that lap. 40-40 now as he goes. Roberge out front. Cazenave. The more the drivers run side by each other. Jerry Culver to the back bumper. Little crack and Rob on the side of the 13. 0-2 getting freed up there. And I'm not used to seeing Bobby Joe be free on a track like this, but maybe he has been gone for several weeks, so he hasn't really gotten a chance to really work around this new model. 13 slides up to the O2. Whoa.
That was close. I was a little worried there for a second. Yeah, Bobby Joe's awful loose. Give him a couple laps. He'll be back in the groove.
Give it time. About 3 and 4 wide. Not impossible. This track can do it.
Yeah, here comes Dan Carlson on the inside, 12 truck. He's making some moves. He's got BJ Lane on the outside.
1240 on the outside. 40 checking up the corner. This truck can run the outside lane. Bobby Joe has his son in tow, the 99. BJ Lane, the third. Part of the Steak and Shake crew. Steak and Shake is famous for steak burgers, and of course, there is a local place that you're going to be able to go find. Hopefully, you got one near you. If you've got one near you, I encourage you to go check it out. This iconic staple is the restaurant of choice for so many that it is unreal if you haven't heard of it. If you have one near you, I encourage you to go on over and try out one of their shakes, order some fries on the side, or maybe have one of their delicious steak burgers. Steak and Shake is famous for steak burgers and is a part of the Hrt2Heart Racing family. Buchanan Resort is a family-friendly, full-service resort and marina. They are conveniently located 2 miles south of Highway 79, 12 miles east of Paris, Tennessee. Let them meet all of your relaxation and vacation needs, whether it's for a fun-filled lake day, a week-long family vacation, or a corporate retreat. Get out there for some boating, fishing, and relaxation on the natural, beautiful Kentucky Lake and Tennessee River. Find them at BuchananResort.com, BuChanan. BuchananResort.com. Alan Tillery, if you're looking for a 2024, now soon to be 2025 Chevy Buick or GMC, look no further than Alan Tillery. They have the best and newest selection on the market. So if you're in the market for the hottest cars, trucks, or SUVs in Central Arkansas or anywhere across the United States, you can shop online at AlanTilleryAuto.com with financing options available. And they've got some in-house rebates you're going to have to check out as well. Go to AlanTilleryAuto.com, check them out, and make sure you mention that Scott sent you over, because Scott works there, and, he's a cool dude. Casanave to second, Roberge half-second lead, Culver in tow in third, and where does the tire start to wear out?
Well, no, I've been watching Ryan here. He's from up 12th place to 5th. And he was gaining on Bobby Joe there. I don't know if he's pushing too hard or what, but he's rolling right now. About the tire wear, got to be getting pretty close. Got to be pretty close, I think.
13.
They can only do 40 laps on a full tank.
Yeah, 30. Well, I mean, so a mile and a half tracks, you get 45 to 48 laps. That's usually about the cycle. If you save a little bit, you scrounge a little bit of time, you can go all the way to 50. And if you basically take a quarter of that section off, you're going to be about lap 40, 38 to 40 for most of the trucks. We'll see. And if it's 40, that's 2 pit stops for this race. It makes it a long run race pace kind of look. Michael Eden's going to be off 3 in that Eggo. I like his truck. Kind of makes me want breakfast. Little wall tap. Oh, hold on to it, Mike. Oh no, up into the wall. Down across the drivers, down into the grass. That's not the drive. That's not what we wanted to do. He's there on the inside. Hopefully Mike's okay.
Got to the outside of Chris for the lead.
Michael Eden jumping a pit road there. Sorry, I was catching up on that over there, and then that happens, and you were talking about Casanave there.
Good.
Brother, look at him go. How about we go to the driver cams? That's what we do. There's Mr. Dudley, last week's winner, up to 10th. He started 7th, had to get the UL. Is up technically 9 spots, as it would be when it comes to getting the start of this race. He is the Alabama fan. He gives me a roll tide every time he's in chat. We appreciate him very much. There is BJ Lane to 3rd. He's going to be up 3. He's in 6th. He's got the big Hrt2Heart logo on his projector behind him. I can't wait to get his. I can't wait for him to get that. Those flags. Those are on his way to him. There is Greg Langford in the 07. He is your CNO Carpets driver. He is wearing the Hrt2Heart Motorsports t-shirt. That is on our website. If you want to get any of that, you want one of those shirts, you got to do is head on over to our actually it's in our Discord, I do believe, and be a part of that. That's what we want to see. Love to see those shirts out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Benny Jones back here, 9th and 10th. Robert Dudley and Benny Jones. Give it to Benny Jones, getting by Dudley there for 9th.
Benny Jones doing a great job of the 15. I'm a fan of the 15. We're a fan of the Longhorns, and of course, we have to keep our eyes on Chris Roberge, who sits in second here. Roberge all the way up near the wall. He's utilizing a little bit of the race surface, but there's a chance right now that you're going to see some of these drivers just kind of back down the corners and batten down the hatches. It's a long way between here and that first pit stop. We're at 17 of 120. And Roberge doing just that. He's the nicest Canadian you're ever going to meet. Happy birthday to Jen until it's officially her birthday. And there is Ryan Wendt on your screen. What do you call him? What do you call him? Chap?
Yeah. That's Chap. That's the long story, dude. Goes clear back to high school. Actually goes back to like our freshman year of high school. Maybe even before that. But yeah, we'd be here all night if I talked about that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Get used to different. I like his shirt. He also has my Holy Cow t-shirt as well. I like that one. There's Bud Light Mike. Oh, Mike. The 47 up 3. Working the high side here. Has the 3 of Bones in front of him. Bones down to the bottom side. 07 of Greg Langford behind him. But Langford off a couple of spots now since we last talked about it. William Martin's going to be up 3. Joe Flack back here. And Joe is always the driver that it kind of just keeps himself in like the middle ground. You know what I mean? Just in check.
Yep.
There's Brad Dove and the Merca flag there as well. Like his new paint scheme. Red versus blue. But more cool. Oh, that's Merca right there.
Yeah, it is.
I
believe I seen.
I was gonna say, did Retchen do that?
I believe I seen Stryker working on it today. Stryker shade.
Well, let's hope Stryker didn't do what he normally does with his paint schemes. And I want to see that coming up Bear Road. Stryker, love you, dude. You're amazing. All right, Cassiday's gonna be out front. Roberge. Well, it used to be on all the vehicles.
That was his trademark.
Yeah, for a long time. And you can get away with a lot, but you can't get away with a lot on stream. 40 up on the high side. He's utilizing that 4th lane up here at the at Homestead Miami Speedway. How about the truck and the Xfinity race from Nashville this week? We get Nashville on tap tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series. Pretty excited to see what's going to happen there. I'm not really thrilled about who's on pole, but you know.
Who's on pole?
Denny Hamlin.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
But, I mean, you got to give him credit for at least one lap led.
You watch the Xfinity race today?
Parts of it, yeah. John Hunter Nemechek getting the win over there. I knew that. And then was Corey Heim got led every lap of the truck race. It's insane.
Yeah, it was a hot one. You guys were pretty tired after getting out. There was 130 degrees in the car for 2 hours.
Ooh. It is the hottest summer. I mean, summer just literally began last week.
Yeah, Brad Dove's back up to 11 from the back of that earlier incident. He's trying to make a charge back.
Michael Eden trying to navigate some traffic here. There's Bones with him as well. Came to pit road whenever he had that incident, got that fast repair, got a lot taken care of. And big O liking it. All right, folks, if you haven't done so, you need to reach up. You need to hit that like button. You need to share the stream out there, of course, as well. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. My goal is if I get to 10,000 subscribers I'm getting Jess's logo tattooed on my right arm somewhere.
Yeah,
And then we get to 25,000 subscribers, I'll get the Signature Esports tattooed on my back. Here we go. Get to 100,000 subscribers, I'll get something. I don't know what we'll do. Get 100,000. If I get 100,000 subscribers, folks, I will get that plaque, and then we'll get that. Once we get that plaque, we'll show some love and some support, and probably give it away to one of our followers. Might be what we do. I don't know. O2 is going to be in second. Oh, speaking of things we're doing, we have a giveaway going on. That's a waffle. Yes, waffle. It means that you got to go to that link. You go to that little tiny URL link. It's going to take you to actually our photography, media, and printing page. It'll take you directly to the link to be able to purchase the ticket. That ticket right there is going to enter you into a chance to win a 20-inch custom UV printed sign. So basically a neon sign. It's pretty darn cool. There's an example there of some numbers. That's what Russell Black has. His was I think 35 inches. So it's a little bigger than the one that we're getting, but the waffle helps cover a little additional cost for us, and also will pay for the sign as well to be delivered to you. He sent me a link on where it was at. And it's absolutely fantastic. How about Bobby Joe? Bobby Joe backed off the corner, got the truck all tightened back up. He's back to second.
Yeah, Kazanev got a 1-point-second lead on Bobby Joe. That's throwing the keys on the counter.
But one thing that this track is, it is a draft track. And any of these drivers start to utilize that race line a little bit differently, they'll start to move forward. Ryan went up 7, biggest mover of the race. We only have 25 spots available total for that waffle. That's what I'm calling it. And we have Jerry Culver slide in front of. Oh man, Jerry Culver sliding in front of Roberge there. And we have 4 of those spots already taken care of. As soon as we hit all 25 spots, we will draw for it, and we will post the announcement not only in our Discord, but we'll post the announcement on our social media. And we'll do the drawing as a TikTok, so follow us on TikTok to also see that as well. What we do. Cassidy, 2 1/4. Bobby Joe in tow. Culver holding on. Cassidy with a little bit of clean air here is about 13 laps away from maybe finding if it could. Now, Cassidy is a great driver, and he has a lot of speed. But Cass's kind of Achilles heel here lately has been his pit road entry.
Pretty single file back further in the back. Robert Bones Peters here. 14.
Bones is off 4, but he fell back a little bit there. He's got Greg Langford in front of him. We're going to see how everybody goes when it comes to this one. How about Brad Dove, though? He's up through 11th. His lap times are faster than the leader last time by, 42.36 to Kazadev's 42.39. So just a little bit faster each lap and able to drive forward. Dove does have a couple of wins on the series and has truly had the blessing of being able to make this track work for him.
Yeah, don't count out Dove yet. Running about faster than the leader, and from the back up to 11. A lot of racing to go. I'm watching Dan Colson. Every time I come back to him, it just thinks it's a little bit closer and closer to Ryan Wynn.
Well, Ryan is trying to get around the outside of the 13 here. And if I'm thinking about how this truck is driving for Ryan is going to get a big push here for the 13. Roberge is going to be on the bottom side. 40 is going to get right into that slipstream of the 13. 40 is looking for the outside lane. Ryan went looking for clean air, and that's one thing about this track. you can almost hold it up in that third and fourth groove. You're going to see a bump from the 40 to the back bumper to the 13. You hear the release of the throttle there as the 13 gets to the back bumper of the 02. There he goes to the outside.
Yeah, as he's doing that, oh, Dan gets into the side of Reberge. They're okay. Olsen on the inside of Reberge here.
Bumper to bumper action.
Ryan clears Jerry.
Oh, there's a caution going to come out here. Brad Dove and 99, 25, trying to hold on to the bottom side. BJ Lane gets a bump. Oh. BJ he tried to give a bump to him, or he tried to make the pass on him. Big speed. Got to the back bumper, went to go to the inside, just misjudged. That one was on the old 25. And
back to the back he goes.
You just got done.
Yeah, unfortunate for BJ Lane.
Well, they have a fast repair.
Pit stops?
It stops.
Pit stops.
Here's the deal, though. About 10 laps short of a fuel cycle. That would still put them back to pit road twice. Yeah, everybody's coming to pit road. I mean, everybody's coming to pit road.
Yep.
66 is going to be your lucky dog here. You're going to get one of those laps back. He was thinking about coming to pit road. I'm glad he didn't. Michael Eden will be the lucky dog, luckiest of dogs. And knock it around. There is a long look down pit road. We'll see who has the race off pit road. Casanave is your pole sitter. Bobby Joe is going to be in that second spot for him, too. Bobby Joe, if he can get in, get a clean stop here, he's going to see whose tires go up first. Oh, man. It's like there's a whole bunch of them simultaneously having that taken care of. That number one pit stall worked out. Jerry Culver's going to come out third. He's going to gain a spot. Roberge back to fourth. Rusty Robinson will be up 3. Ryan Went back to 7th just because of his pit stall. He was in 3rd there when the caution came out. Lose a ton of ground there. Lost 3 seconds on that one. Maybe he had a little damage and he said, I want my 3 seconds repaired.
Yeah. Could be. Good to see quite a little bit more Toyotas out here than ever.
And Fords. What? More Toyotas than Fords. We never see Toyotas, and this is a Chevy Toyota, which is crazy because this is normally a Chevy Ford field. Man, there's a lot of Toyotas. Yeah, Joe Flack in a Toyota.
Yeah, I've seen 3 of them.
Steve Harrison driving the 51. William Martin in a Toyota. Yeah, Dudley.
Robert Olson. Yeah.
Bobby Joe in a Toyota. That's weird. I thought he was a Chevy driver. I don't know. I don't remember. All right, Scott Cassidy is going to be your race leader here. And we'll be lights off on the pace truck here. I'm going to go and get a refill on my my stroganoff because it was absolutely delicious. And, you know, you get it. It's the church show.
Yeah, I did. Yep. Going green this time by. Base truck will drop off. 1402, 13, 98, 5. Top 5. Base car's off. They're green. 33 laps in of 120. Gary Culver to the inside of Cazenay for the lead. Culver will clear him and take the lead. Put the 13 truck in the lead. Roberge to the inside of Scott. Scott take tires? I don't remember. Almost 3 wide. 98 on the bottom. Chris Roberge running that Monster Energy black paint. I like that paint. Dan Colson back here watching the top 3. Bobby Joe on the outside. That mellow yellow truck behind Ryan Went. Robert Dudley to the bottom of Ryan Went there. He's going to come up, slide up in front of Ryan. Ryan might give him a little shove here. Here comes Bobby Joe to the inside of Ryan. Gary Culver still your leader. That Kraken truck. Followed by Scott Cazeneuve. Chris Roberge. Dan Colson. Robert Dudley. Ryan Went. Bobby Joe. Rusty Robinson. Vinny Jones and Brad Dove is your top 10. 11th, Greg Langford. Bud Light Mike 12. 13th, Bones Peters. 14th, William Martin. William Martin to the inside of the 47 of Bud Light Mike. Give that spot to Martin. Benny Jones running in that nice spot. Texas Longhorns truck. See Brad Dove on the inside of him poking his nose. Here comes Brad Dove.
All right, about that. Had to count a delay. What I did.
You're good.
Said Church was doing fantastic. I was seeing how long the delay was. All right, because, you know, you're doing fantastic. All right,
Yeah.
Benny Jones on your screen there. Your Culver got to talk about that lead. Culver was fast in the middle portion of that run. The fall off was pretty huge. Scott Cazenave in second here. Trying to push a little bit further down to the bottom side. Natural line for him. Let's see what Jerry does here. Try to hold off, maybe not run near as aggressive into the corner. But he is going from top to bottom. Man, oh man.
Rusty Robinson on the inside of Bobby Joe. I believe that's for 7th and 8th.
Old Buchanan Resort driver has the mellow yellow behind him. We'll call him mellow yellow. Here comes Brad Dove. Again, still trying to work his way forward. Then Michael Eden, he's out of the race. It looks like Joe Flack is going to be 16.7 back. Joe might be trying to say some stuff. Stephanie out there saying, go Kaz. He's in second. Much love to you. Appreciate you being out there in chat. Keep it all going.
I was going to say, what's so cool about Auto Club is you watch when they hit these corners, there's a truck in every single different lane. They're not all in the same lane. Look, you got Dove down there on the bottom. You got Jones up here on the top. And then you got Bobby Joe up there in the middle.
Here's your static.
Cool.
Here's your static cams, folks. This is going to be a big look at how this works. Down straight away into the corner. There it is. Look at them fan out. That's what we see. 2x2 for the most part, but you see a couple of drivers edge up in that third and fourth lane. It's mexy. It is.
It is. Here comes Christopher Burrs to the outside. Trying to run with Jerry there. Oh, Scott, hold on to her.
Cazenave gets freed up. Man, oh man, dirty air. 3 wide off corner exit. Back to 2x2. 49 to the bottom side. Burrs rolling. Oh, Ryan went all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Gets freed up himself. Man, oh man.
Boys pushing a little hard. Good save by Scott, though. Up there in the front. Good save.
Oh, Scott came up to try to clear the 13. Got a little net code loose. And that is where that happened. Everybody's fine.
What a save. He only lost 3 spots right now.
Got to cool the tires down. 40 all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. You don't want to dip the tires below that white line. That's a flat portion of the racetrack. It'll get you freer than, well, you know. It gets you freer than Merca. 0.2 of a second lead now for the 13 to the 98. Dudley up to third now, trying to work his way back into his winning ways. So you can go back-to-back wins. That'd be kind of cool. Cazenave's going to be in fourth. Dan Cullison's going to be in fifth. Cullison, 2103 on the I rating. He and Dudley have 2 of the strongest I ratings in the field. Bud Light Mike coming back through the field as well, 47. As that Ford on lock, that F-150 working nicely. BJ Lane off 5, trying to bide his time to make it move forward. BJ Lane had his first podium this past Wednesday in the Hrt2Heart series, and we'd love to see him get another one here as Culver leads. Oh, Fontana. When is that supposed to be complete? Fontana construction.
I don't know. You know, and what years did I say when it was built? Early 90s, 94, 95, 96. This track was built. I mean, it's not a very old track considering. I mean, and they decided to tear it up and make a short track. You know, who knows? I don't know how long. Let's look it up and find out.
I'm looking. Built in 94 by Penske and Kaiser Steel. It was bought by the Autoclub, by Automobile Club of Southern California in 2008. But I'm looking. Expansions and additions.
No, it was supposed to, when Roger built this track, it was supposed to mimic the D-shaped oval of Michigan when he built this. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Stryker says Jerry needs this win. Would be his first one on my platform. I like it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Here comes Dudley, though. Get Dudley going for second on Chris Reverse.
Cazenave in tow as well. This is where you can manage that. Whoa.
Hold on to him.
14 to the outside of the 49 there. Cazenave was looking to keep it interesting. 49, a little tight in the corner. 14 has to get back into the throttle. He'll be back to the outside with a head of steam. That inside lane not doing any justice right now as everybody keeps that outside lane moving. This is an outside line run track. Jay Culver is your hero. I like it.
Dudley. Can't count him out. He's always got a good long run truck.
Well, we are only 18 laps into this one when it comes to the pit stops. It'll be 18 laps this time by on the cycle. And now we're starting to see drivers get closer and closer together. This is the closest we've seen the front set for a little while. Casadave goes back to second. He does have the. I want to say he just has the truck to beat tonight, but it'll only depend on, what does Jerry Culver do to be able to try to hold on to it as they circle around here. 49 of 120 to be completed, and right now Casadave on the back bumper of the 13. So Kaz can get right there, shove him into the corner, and then push him up higher to drop in just like he's doing right there. What's great about this racetrack, but I tell you what, Culver doing a great job of keeping that driver honest. Is going to dump dirty air onto the nose of the 14. Going to make it very difficult for that pass to succumb. Great job by Culver.
Yeah, these guys horsing around up here is going to let Chris Roberge catch back up to him. See him maybe in the next one.
Jerry Culver up on the high side, 14. Now within the striking distance of being in contention as they come down the front straightaway. Joe Flack coming to pit road. He is going to be in. He's going to take that pit stop as it would work. Jerry Culver up into the second lane. Here comes Ryan Wendt back in action again. We talked about his high line run, and he has been ripping that wall since the beginning of this race. And that's where he wants to be, but not now. Now he goes to the inside. Big run on the 49. He's going to drop into the corner. See if he's going to be able. 14 freed off Culver's nose there. Casadave having to go back to work again.
That was good. That was another good save by Scott, and kind of messed up Ryan's run a little bit there, I think. Might have scared Ryan a little bit. Didn't know what was going to happen. But, yeah, another good back. There he is for second again.
But I got to chill out and work. 13, 14, 40, 49 to the bottom, 98 in the corner.
Yeah, a little banter in the radio chat there. Not sure what happened. Something with Dan Colson and Ryan Wendt. So I must have missed it.
Another round of storms headed our way. Yeah, I saw the sky when I looked outside. It's very, 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 very. So I'm gonna go back and look. I want to go back here. Olsen and Ryan had a. I'm gonna go back and look because I got to look now.
Yeah, I'm curious too. Neither of them were too happy.
So Ryan went right here. So let's back out of this. We're just going to go this way. We're going backwards. Backwards. I'm not quite sure what that was.
That's what, because he was beside Dudley running. There it is.
Yep. Right here, running with Dudley. That's when Cazenave got freed up. .40 there with a run. Goes up high. Goes there. He goes to block. Block the 12's run. And as much as you want to say, hey, don't block. It's blocking. Blocking happens.
Yeah, it seemed like a previous incident between the two prior to even that. So, a little grudge out there on the track.
Yeah, I can get over it. Cazenave out front. Jerry Culver's going to be in second. We didn't see the pass on that one, but I believe everybody's got the run now. The 13 of the 98. Now the 40 he did block him, but let's face it, It is a draft track. He wanted to slow down the run on the 12 there. Now, regardless if there's a little payback or whatever the case may be, whatever. I don't know who that was. It was the 12. Was that the 12 of Cullison?
That'd be Coulson, Dan Coulson. Yeah.
So if Dan was unhappy about it, I mean, he has a right to be unhappy about it. But like I was saying, like what BJ was saying here, this isn't a league for drama. Culver rolling, Cassidy saving a lot of tire.
Ryan on the outside of Roberge for second.
Drop into the corner, 13 up to take the lane away from the 40. 40 again. This is where he was at before. This was the race line he had.
My bad.
40.
It'd be third, not second.
That's okay. 40 trying to go to the inside. I still think Ryan's spot was there. The inside is not his friend.
No.
If he drops all the way to the bottom of the apron here, Culver's going to be able to hold on. They do have the same look here. There he goes, down to the bottom. Where he needs to sling. Sling in. Slide up if he can get it. He's not going to be able to get it, though. Culver's going to have a run on the outside. There's the 98 and the 49. Inside lane. Having to travel all those lanes is exactly what makes it difficult for the tires to wear evenly. But the same could be said about running the outside lane. 40 trying to clear the 98 now. He's losing ground to the outside lane. That's where he was at. That's where he needed to work. And now Ryan went dropping back. Culver still holding on to second as Dudley will take over that spot. Bobby Joe in tow as well. He's going to be in sixth off 4. Dove in tow as Dan Cullison tries to run the bottom side of the racetrack.
Yeah, Dove's having a good run again. I mean, for the incident season prior, I mean, he's moving back up. So don't count out Dove yet.
Anything can happen. 3 wide in front of him. Eddie Jones coming up pit road. 58 of 120. See what he's got going on. Locked
3
it
wide,
up.
Dudley in the middle. Dudley holding his line in the middle.
Bobby Joe up on the outside. Bobby Joe has the preferred line right now on older tires. There he goes. 40 up to the 0-2. 40 sideways. Hold on to it. Ryan went every time he gets close to Bobby Joe. He gets slideways, so he's going to have to go back to work again. Ryan having a good race, and then we'll see here. He just came up. The 40 came up. That's on Ryan. That one is on Ryan. This was not quite clear of Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe held his line. Bobby Joe did the right thing. Ryan went. We'll have to go back to work and do it. Cazenave out to the front. Jerry Culver is going to be in second. Roberge is going to be in third. Bobby Joe's going to be in fourth. Dudley's going to be in fifth. Brad Dove in sixth. Cullison back in tow now for the Toyota.
Lankford 8th. Bud Light Mike 9th. Ryan went top 10. Bones Peters 11th. DJ Lane 12th. William Martin 13th. Rusty Robinson 14th. Steve Harrison 15th. James Warden 16th. Benny Jones 17th, a lap down. Joe Flack a lap down 18th. And Michael Eden 24 laps down 19th.
Robinson on pit road here. Cazenave 2.3 second lead. Now he has got tires still left here is insane. But watching these drivers be affected by the draft is crazy to think. 49 looking to that third lane again. Jerry Culver will see the 98 to the outside. DJ Lane into pit road.
All four of these guys battling back here is letting Scott just walk away little by little. So he's liking it. He's smiling.
I would be too. I would be too.
60, yeah, I definitely would be.
62 of 120 being completed, just over halfway here, folks. The 02, 13, 49, 25 on the bottom side.
Wow, 13 of Jerry Culver really got out of the gas, it seemed like, on that turns 3 and 4, and Bobby Joe about got into the back of him. That was close.
Dudley almost got into him as well. He is backing up the corner here. We're seeing drivers coming to pit road earlier than I thought. There's 32 laps on the cycle. Maybe my fuel calculations might be incorrect for some of the drivers. Some drivers might be trying to short pit themselves here. Borden coming to pit road here. 3-second lead to Cazenave. Roberts all the way to the bottom side.
Yeah, Dove and Dudley back here. Still having some fun side by side. 5th and 6th place. But I believe he's got on new tires. Who is?
Everybody's on the same cycle right now. Benny Jones, he's got new tires. That's who you're looking for.
That's who I was looking for.
He came in 58. Yeah. He's 4 wide. Corner exits. Going to be by himself. Chance to get his lap back here. The objectivity here for the racers is to be able to just basically drive themselves if you can drive by yourself and catch the leader and get your lap back and force people to do more. If I'm any one of these drivers, I'm thinking about something different. Dudley coming to pit road.
That was really close. Bobby Joe getting by Culver for 3rd place, and Culver had a run after that and got into Bobby. Bobby got a little loose, but they all managed to hold on to it.
Cazenave 3.5 second lead over Roberge. Roberge trying to do what he can here. Jerry Culver on the bottom side of the racetrack. And Culver on the bottom side. It's one of the toughest tracks to get to pit road. Because you're on, it's scary. Utilizing the access road to help himself slow down and get down to pit road speed, which should be 55 or 60 miles an hour, somewhere around that regard. Haven't looked. William Martin coming to pit road as well. Culver has been doing a pretty phenomenal job of putting himself in the right situation. Ryan went back up 6. Bud Light Mike's your biggest move of the race, though. He's up 11 spots as the cycle continues. Cazenave still leads, 3.9 second lead here.
What about Bobby Joe coming back from a long vacation from iRacing and having him in the top 3?
He's probably very freed up. He's coming to pit road this time by, and I talked about him earlier being very free. He's going to get to pit road. He's fine. And he's just holding on to what he's got. So some drivers coming to pit road a little bit earlier. They're going to have to come to pit road at least twice. There's no way they can finish this one out with 53 laps to go and have enough fuel to be able to make it toward the end. So even Scott's going to have to start thinking about pit road and try to do something here. But like Mike's going to be on the bottom side. He's going to be coming to pit road. He just called that one out. Ryan went up on the high side. He's the 49 going around. The longer you wait, the worse off it'll be. But I'm going to tell you this much. We're seeing the new tires utilize the bottom side of the racetrack. Fall off right now, about 3 seconds across the field. Ryan Wendt, fastest driver of the drivers that are not on pit road, 42.7 last time by.
I'll be right back, Jason.
Do your thing, man. 14, 98, 25. There's a 40 in the 07. That's going to be your top 5 here. Bones is going to be in 6th. Drivers who still need to come to pit road. You see a lot of drivers a lap down. Rusty Robinson trying to work around Scott Cazenave. Gaz is going to be right there. Gaz will give the bottom, take the bottom. He'll let the 5 have the outside lane. That's the preferred line to pass on this racetrack. if you're a lap down or you're on newer tires, that's where you want to pass. You want to pass on the outside. You don't want to be shredding the bottom side of the racetrack. So Robinson, the last driver on the lead lap, is going to be playing catch up to Casadave here. Burge letting a few drivers go by. And the long pace here is what they're going to be. The giggity lap underway. Right now, Brad Dove's going to be in third, Ryan Wendt in fourth, Langford in fifth. Burge back to the lead. See, Dan Cullison's going to be on the bottom side here. Brad Dove's going to be shouting. He's coming to pit road. Ryan Wendt trying to lead a lap here. That'll be one of the things he needs to look at. Langford about 2 seconds back as Greg tries to make that work. A lot of drivers holding on. Went to pit road. Brad Dove to pit road. Greg Langford's going to stay out. There is Earl Burge. He'll run this thing dry if he has to. As Casadave comes off pit road, will be ahead of the 98. So that will keep him on the lead lap. Earl Burge might think about pit road very soon here. You don't want to keep yourself out there too long. Earl Burge hooks the bottom side of the race line. He is going to be coming to pit road this time by. Greg Langford coming around as well. Dan Cullison, about a 2.5 second difference between he and Scott Casadave coming to pit road. They're all going to have to come to pit road at least one more time. 71 of 120 is being complete. Folks, they're going to do their thing. We're going to do our thing. We'll be right back as Green Flag Pit Cycles showcase. Benny Jones could be your race leader when things cycle around.
And Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Well, let's go, Bobby Joe, out there as we're back here with Jerry Culver sitting in fourth. Bobby Joe out front as Robert Dudley in tow. Joe Flack off the lead lap. Borden Harrison off the lead lap. Martin in on pit road. He's got some damage. Things are circulating the way they do. In 02 down to the bottom side. A little free for the 49 there. You see him split the seam. That'll free that truck up. That is not what you want to see the truck do. You don't want to get any air underneath that splitter, that front splitter of that truck. It becomes it can become a hassle. Right now, Castaneda's going to be in fourth. He was your leader when they came to pit road. Jerry Culver's going to be in fifth. Looking at where the driver's going to be. Brad Dove. As Ryan went there as well. BJ Lane down on the bottom side. Came in on 61. So fuel mileage trying to outpace some of the other drivers. That's one of the things we're going to have to start checking on when it comes to what these drivers are going to be able to do. But Bobby Joe out front, first time led here for the 02. Coming off on vacation. Going to carry out of the corner. Going to run right there near the wall. It's going to try to have that draft zone work to his own advantage, but Dudley's going to be right in play as it would work as they get into the corner. Here's on board of what Dudley is doing. Way out of the throttle. Back in a little early. Bobby Joe tires there. See the difference in the air. So Dudley way out of the throttle to get back into the throttle to carry the draft on the corner. Bobby Joe carrying a little bit more speed, but the draft working for Dudley here. As it would work, that's exactly how you see it there, folks. And these drivers are kicking butt and taking names. And right now, Bobby Joe having to change lanes here to try to do something different, be able to capitalize. There's a big electrical storm lingering outside. 49 freed up again. He dipped the tires there. He did have a lot of speed.
So you're talking about electrical storms, Jay. Sorry, man. You're talking about electrical storms. I'm not really computer literate. I really don't know a whole bunch about them. But I'm thinking about buying some big-ass surge protector bars. Mm-hmm. It's best to have your computer stuff plugged into one of those during storms, as many storms as we get.
Yes. So the biggest Casanave closing in the distance here to these three real quick. So yes, and what you want is a surge protector that has two forms of protection. You want to make sure that you have the surge protector that one has your traditional on-off fuse switch, and then you also want a secondary fuse or secondary switch in there to be able to control each outlet as well, if you can get it. They have these things called smart, and this is what we have. They're called smart surge protectors, and you have your traditional on-off switch, and which will have two constants, and then you'll have another button that'll turn it back on. So,
okay, I was just looking at these big ones on Amazon. I think they were selling them for like $20 or something.
Yep.
And I figured it would have been better than just extension cords, what I have right now. So
yes, yeah, extension cords are bad. Also, you can consider buying somebody just said it actually out there is a battery backup. Yep, a dedicated power supply, which is basically a battery backup system or a DPS system. You can do that. They're also called PFSs. There are different versions of them out there. Actually, you can go to your local, folks, if you're out there, you can go to your local Walmart right now and protect your home appliances, especially your, multi-$1,000 PCs. Whoa, 49 to the back bumper of the 02 there. It's good to give him a little bump. But Cassidy fast out here for this race. You definitely want to protect yourself when it comes to those things, and you can definitely do so. I have one that if the power were to go out right now, I have 5 minutes to safely shut down my computer. It will shut down. I'll lose internet pretty much immediately. But I'd be able to shut my computer down and be able to unplug it if lightning were to strike very close to us and do that. So that's I learned my lesson the hard way. We had a computer get fried from that, but
Really?
yeah, definitely have your
I seen them, and I'm like, I should probably do that. I've read some things on it. Other people's told me, and I just wanted to make sure
because outlets are the worst. They really are.
Yeah.
Outlets are the worst. So definitely, folks, protect your investments. That's what it is. Casanave trying to extend over Bobby Joe. Dudley's going to be in third. Jerry Culver in tow right now. You see Culver and Benny Jones inside the top 5. These drivers came in a little bit later than everybody else. Brad Dove came in on 70, and he sits in 7th. Ryan Wendt getting around Rusty Robinson on the bottom side. He came in on 70 as well. Robinson came in on 60, and has been holding on tight. Bud Light Mike came in on 67. Bones came in on 69. Greg Langford and Chris Roberge came in on 71, and they have a lot of time to make up. Roberge, 19-second deficit here to Scott Casanave.
Yeah, I think the battle on the track really is between Dove and them back, Colson and Wendt, and whoever was back there with Wendt, all those three. Is Bobby Joe and Dudley. They were bumper to bumper. Yeah, here comes Dudley up to this second place. That's been pretty good racing, though, really. I mean, been a lot of fast trucks out there. Scott, we know that's always got a fast one. Dudley, Roberge, Jerry, Bobby Joe back having a good run.
Look at the rating on the UPS. Yeah, and what I will tell everybody, if there's a bad enough storm to shut down your computer, unless you're at home office or anything like that, I would say that force field going up around Bobby Joe says yes. I would say that 30 minutes is great for an office. For your home, if you have a bad enough storm similar to what you see in the Midwest here from Missouri, Iowa, Oklahoma, Texas, up through the entirety of the Midwest, you're going to want to shut your computer off. There's no question about it. That would be the one thing I would always recommend is if the storms are bad enough to shut your power down, the storms are bad enough for you to shut the computer off.
Oh man, Ryan getting by Dan Colson there. They were side by side. I was watching them. I was hoping, might see some sparks fly. And Ryan got by Dan Colson and got tight, got it into the wall. Coming back off the wall, Colson looked like got in the back of Ryan a little bit, and they kept going. So I don't think it's over yet because they're still neck and neck.
Robinson coming up pit road. 30 laps to go. Any time now is a good time to think about pit road. And the fall off right now from the fast laps to now, about 2 seconds total. Casanave just ran a 42.29. His fastest lap, 40.39. That is the fastest lap of the race. Bobby Joe running 42.47. So is Dudley. Jerry Culver, 42.74. Fastest driver on the racetrack right now, Brad Dove.
Well, the storms are getting really close to you now because you're starting to break up.
Yep, I believe it. I believe it. So
starting to break up.
If we lose connection, folks, well, you know what's happening. I can't control the weather. There's only one entity in this world that can control the weather, and it is not I.
Really good entity at that.
And I tell you what, it is not the weather persons as well, because they're the one people that get paid to be wrong more times than not.
North of me is Spencer, Iowa. About 3 hours from me, 4 hours maybe. They're completely underwater, flooded, with, water levels and stuff. And they're talking next week or this coming week, another 3 to 4 inches of rain. So, thinking about all those people affected by the flood.
All right. Here we go, folks. We're gonna show it to you. I think it'll pop over. There's our radar right there, folks. I live right here. Right about here. Actually, I'm sorry. I live here.
Jerry Culver getting into, I don't know if James Borden got up in front of Jerry, he was just being slower or something, but Jerry got into the back, or he got into the back of Jerry, got Jerry a little loose. Jerry saved it. He's still going.
Let's take a look. I missed it. I pulled the radar over in front of my screen. And Jerry, once you get to the outside, I think the 69 hit the bottom of the apron.
Yeah.
And it checked him up, and then Jerry got into him. So
I was catching the tail end of that.
So, but yeah,
Three
folks,
wide.
There's our radar right there. That's where we're at.
James Borden, Dan Collison, and Borden, Collison, and Robinson were 3 wide. Here comes Benny Jones. Benny Jones coming to the pits, running 6th.
We's about to get to Stones. Anyway, that's how it happens. Bobby Joe in second. Dudley trying to get to the outside of the O2. That's where Dudley wants to be. I'm telling you, the way to pass around this racetrack is exactly there. Dan Cullison wanted a quarterback. Ryan went in tow there to the outside. Culver to that's going to be the 5 there. Jerry Culver all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. 40 running on that 4th lane. Bobby Joe coming to pit road. He's going to be the first of the takers. And kind of watching where the penalties might come from any of these drivers. Anything can happen, of course. We're just double checking. Keeping my eyes open.
Bobby Joe coming in. Benny Jones going out. Jones is running 11th.
The final green flag pit cycle's happening here as Katzenave comes around 3 and 4. And he'll make it C&L Carpets, 25 laps to go. Thank you to Greg Langford and the C&L Carpet family. If you haven't checked them out, I encourage you to do so. They are all about... Oh, Katzenave coming to pit road now. He went in very, very, very shallow. Dudley's going to lead a lap here, so that's going to negate some of those bonus points we were talking about earlier on.
Yeah, Jerry Culver, Ryan went back here 4th and 5th place side by side.
Culver putting it on defense again. Ryan went all the way to the bottom side. Ryan will be able to slide up in front of the 13, dump the dirty air. And a big run for the 13 as they get back to back as Culver will go. I thought Culver's going to be dropping to the inside there.
I was thinking the same thing.
Dudley coming to pit road. Dove can come around and lead a lap here if he wanted to. I think he's going to dip into pit road. Culver will lead a lap. Ryan went to pit road. Dan Cullison coming to pit road as well. Bones is going to be on the racetrack. He's going to continue to push forward. Langford there as well. Cassidy came in on 95. He is leaving pit road now. He's got to be careful with those right side tires. He almost came up on the racetrack there. That would have been his own race to lose. As Bobby Joe, he and Rusty Robinson up to speed already. We'll have to try to pull away from Scott Cazenave as they would work.
Jerry going to make his way into pits here where we'll see. Jerry's your leader. He's going to bypass pits again.
A lot of drivers on pit road. Cazenave's going to be clearing. Dove leaving pit road now. Cazenave with a huge advantage over the drivers coming off pit road now. So,
yep. Dudley, another one of those drivers leading pit road.
That's insane. Sometimes it's the right time. 0-2 out front of that group. Jerry Culver leads.
Yeah, this is when it's really fun. Green flag racing, green flag pit stops. It's a blast. It's a big blast. Really mixes it up.
Bones letting a lot of drivers go by. Langford's going to be right here as well. Bones saying he's going to come to pit road now. Bobby Joe will try to hold on as you'll see Cazenave try to run Bobby Joe down. 0.6 of a second lead. Bobby Joe would love to win the first race back and has set himself up to do so.
Yeah, Dove and Benny Jones back here for 8th and 9th place. Dove to the inside.
Culver trying to come to pit road. He has a little lap traffic down there. He's going to dive down. He was trying to carry speed into pit road, but he had James Borden to the inside. Oh, he's going to loop it around. Man, oh, man. Hold on to it, Culver. Hopefully he's got that fast repair. Greg Langford will lead this lap. Bobby Joe still ahead of steam right now. 21 laps to go. Cedar Carpets is one of our friends. Of course, Greg Langford out there. If you're in the Hampton Roads, Virginia, Outer Banks, North Carolina area, and you need a hardwood floor or a luxury vinyl plank floor installed, you want to call this guy. Greg is absolutely amazing. 34 years in the business, and he'll get the job done right the first time. 757-536-5155. And thank you to Cedar Carpets for being a part of this series. And, of course, all of Signature Esports series as well. Thank you to Chop Chop Racing. Thank you to all of the fine folks over at Mandarin Racing as well. Thank you to Spicy, the Dark Horizon family. Thank you to Beef Jerky Unlimited for being our absolute lustrous, I'm going to say it's delicious stuff. Beef Jerky Unlimited is our driver cam sponsor, and we love them. We appreciate everything they do. Make sure you go to Beef Jerky Unlimited and check them out. There's Greg Langford as your race leader. Can he save enough fuel? That's the big key, and it's not impossible, but not probable. Because right now, Bobby Joe playing catch-up to Langford, 19 and a half seconds back, and he is flat hitting it. I love the sponsor stuff, man. Yeah, sponsor stuff is cool, right? I think it's cool. We still got a lot of racing left. It's 18 minutes of racing. And now Rusty Robinson dropping off the pace of the 94 to the 95. Dudley and Dove, 5th and 6th. Got to do something good with it. Ryan Wendt has had a strong truck all night.
Three wide back here, Dan Colson, BJ Lane, and
Joe Flack. Holy cow. Get him, Joe. Go get him. Whoa, Joe slides up the race line. Roberge, 99. Coming down the race line. Woohoo.
Yeah,
that's exactly what BJ just said. He said the same thing I said at the exact damn same time. Woo. It's exactly right.
BJ Lane having a good race. Good race. Run tonight.
5th, here's your driver cams there, folks. Speaking of Beef Jerky Unlimited, make sure you go check them out. BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. Buy Jess's favorite. That's the A1. It's her favorite flavor. There is the 99. It has some smiles on it. A little steak and shake action. Steak and shake. It's what's not for dinner tonight. That's your race leader, Greg Langford. Got a big 3 on the back. We like it. I think he is backing the corner up. He might be just trying to save.
Yeah, Scott Cazenave coming up alongside Bobby Joe there for a second. I wonder if Bobby Joe's trying to save a little tire here, kind of backing it up.
I don't know. Bobby Joe's got a good run happening. There's Roberge. Right behind Dan Cullison. Black Car Roberge fam. There's Ryan Wendt in 8th. Up 4, has had a chance to be inside the top 3, running 2nd at one point, and it's just there's been a lot of people touch and go with him, and a lot of people get, he's a great driver. This is a great series for him. Speaking of great people, there's Mike. Got little Bud Light signs back here. You know who that is, folks. I don't even have to put up the driver. You know who that is. Much love to the driver. There's Brad Dove, who sits in 6th here, trying to track down Rusty Robinson, the driver he has in front of him. Because Merca, does he have a To ask him what his tattoo is on the right side. It looks like
Whose camera is the one with the Dale Earnhardt flag in the background?
That's Greg Langford, who's coming to pit road.
Greg Langford. Looks like my old history back in high school.
14:02. Now, Bobby Joe will not just let Cazenave have it. We're 15 laps to go. Langford, and right sides would be fine. Right sides and a splash. That's exactly what I would say. 02 to the 14.
Must be Robinson and Brad Dove back here for 5th and 6th. Give it to Brad Dove on the inside.
Buchanan Resort, number 5. He just running the outside lane. I think he's just being comfortable, man. He's like, look, I got a top 5 truck. We're good.
Yeah. Rusty's fast every week. Count him out.
Rusty's, Rusty's really fast Wednesday nights in the Cars Tour.
Yep.
That's his series, man. They need more drivers in that series, and if I didn't have,
you know what? It's crossed my mind, Jason. And believe it or not, I've been the last couple of weeks been watching. Unfortunately, not live. Been watching the replays. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. It crossed my mind.
Woo!
But we had Road Series broadcasting on Wednesday nights. Now that Road got over, I'd be able to do something.
Yep, I'm telling you. They're a ton of fun. They're limited late models out there on the iRacing platform. Now, Kaz is getting to the inside of the 02. Bobby Joe is not making it easy on him. They're going to get into the corner, and Bobby Joe. Come on, Bobby. Oh, he's getting tight. You can tell he's getting tight. So he sends it back into the corner and drops into the corner here.
He's so fast. I just noticed it's because he's got that Days of Thunder paint down on him.
That's right.
Oh, he got some full trickle going.
Out of Toyota, it's really weird.
Maybe he forgot what he was driving when he left.
That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he drives a Toyota every week. I don't remember. I thought it was a Chevy, but he might own them all. I do. Yeah. Kaz takes it back over the lead. Bobby Joe will have an opportunity. Lap times for Dudley. Dudley is the fastest driver of the racetrack next to Jerry Culver. Just ran a 41.37. He's about 0.6 of a second faster than the rest of the field right now. Other than Dudley's about a half second faster.
Haven't talked about him a whole lot, but William Martin back here, number 2 truck, running 18th place. Got reverse on the side of it. That won't be for position. Yeah, just seen William Martin out there and figured I'd give him a shout out.
Oh, William in the number 2. He's got time.
Yeah.
11 laps. That's the never. Well, he spent 10 minutes getting that truck fixed. We just haven't been able to talk about him in a while. He's been a few laps down. He came in on 75, got 10 minutes of damage fixed. And back out there running again. That's a never quit attitude. 16 laps down, but still making it work.
Yeah, I like those type of guys and drivers that don't quit, whether you're 100 laps down or, still got damage and out there on the track. As long as you can hold on to it, I applaud those guys.
Ryan Wendt making his way inside the top 5. 41.87 his last lap. He's faster than the 5 drivers ahead of him. So is Jerry Culver. 10 laps to go. 13 seconds to make up from Jerry Culver. 11 seconds to make up as the Thunder Boomers go off outside. 9 laps to go. A no from Jess as Bobby Joe gets past there. He's had a good race. Scott's just been really fast. This is a track Scott's just been. He's been good at. There's nothing wrong with what Scott's got going on here.
Cool color on that truck of Scott's too. Really stands out. Like a Kind of green, bluish green.
It's a weird deal. 4 points separate the lead between points between Chris Roberge and Scott Cazenave, and Scott's going to pretty much command that today. Roberge in 10th will no doubt fall back to second. Dudley got a win last week, but still sits third in points, so the alternating of points is back in action here. We've seen Brad Dove climb up. He sits fourth in the points here. He does have a couple of wins on the series as well. But Scott definitely needs he needs this win. He does.
That's Benny Jones. Looks like he's catching up to Jerry Culver, 7th and 8th place.
Benny Jones came in on 93. I think Culver's making the pass, actually. Benny Jones is there. Culver's still 0.3 of a second faster. Ryan Wendt, the fastest driver on the racetrack. Rusty actually just put down a decent lap, too, for being in the 42s. He's still working on it. Ryan Wendt, 42.16. Faster than everybody. Oh, William having an issue. The 51 of Steve Harrison. I like Steve's truck. I do like the Monster Energy trucks.
Yeah, I think Bud Light Mike and William Martin. Bud Light Mike had a good run and was just there, and William must have not have saw him. They're all right.
Mike going around Roberge. Roberge back to 11th here. Roberge came in on 91. Mike came in on 96. Cazenave a 1.4 second lead. Bobby Joe can settle for second for his first race now. Not the same guy. No. Cazenave. Kaz. Not case of beer. That's Jonathan.
Case of beer.
How's Stryker been putting it?
Case of beer?
No. Because it's Case Beer. That's his name, is Case Beer. If you, they've been saying his name is something. It pronounced way different.
Huh.
Now we're on to it. How about it? Brad Dove being tracked down by his, I don't know if they're teammates or not, but, you know, his points here as Ryan Wendt carries the corner. Ryan came in on 96 a lap later, able to maximize some of the time. Staying out those extra few laps really hurt the lap times for some of the drivers that came in a little bit later. 25 to the back bumper to the 40. That's for position. Fourth and fifth swap spots. 6 seconds separate Dudley and the rest of the field. Robert Dudley from last week started at the tail end of the field. Dove back to the inside. Ryan Wendt will carry in the corner again. Ryan back up on the high side. Dove still trying to carry. That's how strong that outside lane is on old tires, folks. 3 laps to go. As we'll see.
Yeah, Scott Cazenave just put Joe Flack into the wall right in front of Bobby Joe. He's all right.
They're fine. They're fine.
I was gonna say Scott put Joe Flack in between him and Bobby Joe, but by the time I got it all out, Bobby Joe was right by Joe Flack. So.
Joe coming to pit road, the flash in. Great driver, great guy. Love that guy. I've gotten to know a lot of these folks, and you know, it's such an awesome opportunity to be able to call races with them. Scott, 42.5, matching Bobby. He and Bobby Joe pretty much matching lap times now. With 2 laps to go is almost all said and done. As right now the 40 trying to hold off Dove as they keep pulling each other backwards. Dudley closing in the distance just a little bit more on this lap. But I think it's just because Scott and Bobby Joe are just probably trying to take it easy at this particular point. White flag waves. Final lap here at Fontana. Auto Club has been the Bucks. And barring a catastrophe, it is his race night, and it was a good race to say the least. Strategy comes into play, man.
What a run by Bobby Joe, being gone for a couple weeks and coming back and putting her down in second place. Dudley third.
Trials and tribulations, front stripe. Cazenave gets the victory here. Langford, last driver on the lead lap. We'll see him come around and complete his final laps here. Great little run. Bobby Joe again second. Dudley's going to be third. Ryan Wendt to hold off. Brad Dove there will finish fourth. Brad Dove will finish fifth. Culver came in sixth. Rusty Robinson seventh. Eighth for
Benny Jones. Dan Collison ninth. Your top 10 will be Bud Light Mike. Bud Light Mike with a strong run. Christopher Burrs 11th. BJ Delane 12th. Bones Peters 13th. Greg Langford 14th. Steve Harrison 15th. James Borden 16th. Joe Flack 17th. William Martin 18th. And Michael Eden will be 19th.
big run. Here's your race results. There it is. Cass is going to be your race winner. Bobby Joe second, Dudley third. There they are, folks. You're 18 plus 1, 19 on the day. Michael Eden, 85 laps down. A good one, man.
It was a good one. It really was. You get it. They're good anytime you get those green flag runs. Get those green flag runs and get those green flag pit stops. Always makes for a good race. That's what every guy hopes for. To get a good long run in, and this is one league right here that can do that and prove that. So, good race by everybody.
I like the fuel strategy races. Everybody knows that. That's the big the big component to what I look at when it comes to leagues and racing and doing all the cool stuff that is the racing machine. I know the last. Go ahead.
I know the last couple of weeks in Chop Shop Racing, with me racing over there. The more the tires wear out, the funner it gets to drive the car. The more you see what come out, drivers come out, and it's a lot of fun learning. I'm slowly but surely, I feel myself progressing. So, getting used to the cars, the trucks, whatever I'm driving. Yeah. When you go green flag racing,
it's exactly what this truck can do as well. Now that they've made the appropriate changes on iRacing, I've become a big fan of I'm a bigger fan of this truck because now everything matters. And Scott's soaking it up here. We got driver interviews. Stephanie cheering them on. Everybody congratulating the drivers out there. Make sure the big W's in chat for everybody. Bobby Joe number 2, huge race fresh. Oh, he just blew it up. Never mind. That's a good place to park it right there.
Right there.
Oh, you could have left it there. Totally kidding. Totally kidding.
Yeah, that paint job, that color of that truck, it's a pretty cool truck. I like that color.
Without the spec map on it, it's a very, very light pink, light blue. Very light blue. Pink, not pink. It's light blue. Hold on. Can we... Yeah, here we go, folks. Let's refresh SDK's thingamajigger here. And you'll see the truck pop up. That's what without the spec map on it, that's what it looks like there. So, all the cool things. Oh, that's right. They're getting ready to do their meeting. So we're gonna let them have at it. We'll interview the top 3 next week, folks. We'll let them let them have the meeting because we know everybody wants to sit back and do it. We'll do that. Hey Scott, we're just gonna do the driver interviews next week so that way everybody can get their stuff taken care of.
All right, sounds good.
All right, no man. Problem. Yeah, we got a big storm rolling in, and I know that we got there's some stuff. But congratulations.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Alan Tillery truck was strong tonight.
It was. Hold on. Bobby Joe, say hello to my wife because she's missed you.
Hey, Jess, how are you?
All right. But we'll do top three at the beginning. I'm gonna try a pre-race interview next week, or a pre-race show anyway. So I'm gonna work on that. I think me and Church, if Church is gonna be around next week, we'll try to work on the actual official pre-race show and try to make that work.
All right, sounds good to me, man. Appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you,
guys. I know you guys are gonna bounce up to the driver meeting. We'll be up here in a second.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Outside of that, Bobby Joe, welcome back. Outside of that, man, Church, last final thoughts.
Great race. I mean, it seems like I'm a broken record every week. We get those first early cautions out of the way, and it turns into some good, decent long run racing, green flag good stuff. It's always fun. It's always fun to watch these guys. It's always fun to broadcast them. Yeah, where are we at next week?
I don't even know. I haven't even looked because I'm a one race at a time guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got so many of them. Yeah. I mean,
We are off this week, or we should be off this week. 6th. Oh no, we're not going to be off on the. Okay, so the 6th, we're going to be back next Saturday. The 6th is going to be. Are we? They're actually going to run Wednesday. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Just means I'll take
Michigan,
Thursday and Friday. Okay, just making sure I'm looking at my days here. Okay, because folks, we've got family plans and the 4th of July. Boom, boom. Make sure you keep all your digits this week. That's very important. We're gonna be in Michigan. And I was gonna run. No, I'm running Chicagoland. That's what it is. I'm gonna run Chicagoland with these guys. So Michigan. Oh, another big track. Fast track.
I guess I just noticed now that every race is 100. Well, besides a few, most of them are 120 laps.
So they're trying to keep it within a certain mileage. And I told them, because last season they were like 80 to 100, and they had a stage in the middle of it. And I said, take the stage out of it, because the stage was halfway. And if you take the stage out of it, then it becomes just straight racing. And we've seen the racing just get better and better because of that too. And they've extended the races, and it's made a 2 pit stop race. It's been good racing today, and through this league. This is season 2 with them for me, and they've just continued to improve on Saturday night. So, just
always some good racing. I know what I'm going to do next Wednesday now. I'm going to go see if I can't run the late model stocks with them at North Wilkesboro. I like North Wilkesboro.
Sure. Are they in North? No, they're at New Smyrna. Smyrna. 7-3. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at June 5th.
Yeah. That's okay. I did it too. I was about to remake their. Yeah. Well, we know. But they do have Nashville Fairgrounds in Martinsville. Martinsville's going to be a really good race with that. It's going to be fun. I don't know. Either way. All right, brother. We're going to let them have at it, folks. I appreciate you thinking all the sponsors of this series. Thank you, too, of course. Each and every one of you turning out. And we will do our pre-race next week with, we'll start 10 minutes earlier. We'll talk to the drivers. We'll talk to them about their top threes. We'll talk to them about the wins. They do have a drivers meeting they want to get into, and I want to make sure that we get up here and sit in it as well, because of just things going on in the race behind the scenes that you folks can't hear. But if I want to, maybe next time I turn it on. Nah, no, we don't want to do that.
Some of the stuff that goes over the radio, probably
you don't want to say it. All right, folks, be good, be safe, be kind. One of the most important thing out there. And as always, we will see you tomorrow for the AMP Racing Series, and then a couple of weeks from now, the Mondays are going to be full again. Dirt Series coming up. Lots of things happening, lots of things moving around. Some championship racing on Tuesday for Chop Shop. So we actually have almost a full schedule this week. We're going to have a couple of days off, but it's because it's the 4th of July. Go Merca. Roll Tide from Mr. Dudley. Much love, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.